Dear students, in the previous video we derived expressions for displacement, velocity and acceleration of the particle executing simple harmonic motion. Now here in this question what is asked? Present graphically the variations of displacement, velocity and acceleration with time in simple harmonic motion. So for displacement the expression is a cos omega t plus pi, for velocity minus a omega sin omega t plus pi, and for acceleration minus a omega square cos omega t plus pi. So these expressions we have already derived. Now we have to show these graphically. For that purpose, for mathematical simplicity, let us choose the initial phase as 0. Then these equations are reduced to these simpler equations. Now, see, on x-axis we are taking phase angle, and on y-axis we are taking, see here displacement, here velocity, here acceleration. So here first let us draw graph for displacement, and the equation is x t is equal to a cos omega t. Now let us note the values for the cosine function. The phase angle we are choosing are just 4 values: 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. So at an interval of pi by 2 radians we have chosen the phase angles. Cos 0 is equal to 1 and sin 0 is 0. Cos pi by 2 is equal to 0, sin pi by 2 is equal to 1. Cos pi gives minus 1, sin pi gives 0. Cos 3 pi by 2 gives 0, sin 3 pi by 2 minus 1. Cos 2 pi 1 and sin 2 pi is 0. So the values are ready. Now see here, for the in the displacement expression cosine function is there. The maximum value it can give is plus 1 and the minimum value it can give is minus 1. So when its maximum value is 1 means the displacement becomes a into, the maximum displacement becomes a into 1, that is a. Therefore the maximum displacement is a. Now let us go for velocity expression. Suppose you want to find maximum velocity. Here in place of sin omega t you substitute its maximum value. The maximum value sin omega t gives is 1. Therefore v maximum becomes a omega. Similarly, the maximum value cos gives is 1. Therefore maximum acceleration becomes a omega square. So these are the maximum values. Now let us draw graph for displacement. Omega t taken on x-axis, xt taken on y-axis. When phase angle is 0, here omega t is 0, cos 0 gives 1, therefore we get a. So we are getting a. Now pi by 2, when omega t is equal to pi by 2, its cosine value is 0, 0 into something 0. Next pi, here for pi cos gives minus 1 value, here minus 1 into a is minus a. Here 3 pi by 2, for 3 pi by 2 cos gives 0, 0 into something 0. 2 pi, for 2 pi cos gives 1, 1 into a. Now let us draw a curve joining the points. So this graph represents variation of displacement of projection point which is executing simple harmonic motion. Variation of displacement of SHM with time. Now let us choose velocity. So here on x-axis let us take omega t and on y-axis velocity. Now when angle is 0, see velocity in this sign is occurring, and at time t is equal to 0, when omega t is 0, sign is 0. So 0 into something 0 and pi by 2, sin pi by 2, sin pi by 2 is equal to 1. So 1 into minus a omega minus a omega. Next pi, pi is equal to 0, 0 means 0. 3 pi by 2, for 3 pi by 2 sin gives minus 1, minus 1 into minus a omega plus a omega. 2 pi, for 2 pi sin gives 0, 0 into a omega 0. Now joining the points with a curve. We get a graph like this. Now let us go to the acceleration expression. On x-axis we take omega t and on y-axis we take acceleration. Now here when omega t is 0, this is cosine function. Let us see the first column. When omega t is 0, its cos value is 1, therefore 1 into minus a omega square minus a omega square. Sorry, here minus a omega pi by 2. For pi by 2 it is 0, so 0 into something 0. Pi, for pi cos gives minus 1, minus 1 into minus a omega square plus a omega square. 3 pi by 2, for 3 pi by 2 cos gives 0, 0 into something 0. 2 pi, for 2 pi cos gives 1, 1 into minus a omega square minus a omega square. So joining the points, we get the curve. So this represents the variation of velocity with time. This graph represents the variation of acceleration with time. Now let us solve the problem. X is equal to so and so. Find displacement, speed and acceleration at t is equal to 1.5 second. See, already this is expression for displacement. So we need find displacement at t is equal to 1.5 second. So A, displacement at t is equal to 1.5 second is equal to 5 cos 2 pi into 1.5 plus pi by 4, that is equal to 5 cos, here 3 pi plus pi by 4, or 5 cos 2 pi plus pi by 4. See, 2 pi means 0 only, because you are completing one circle. So this is nothing but 0. So cos pi plus pi by 4. pi plus pi by 4 means third quadrant. In the third quadrant, cos is minus. Therefore, minus 5 cos pi by 4. And that is equal to minus 5 into 1 by root 2. So this is the answer in meters. Now B, speed. See, first we want expression. By differentiating this expression, by differentiating displacement, we get speed. Therefore, V is equal to dx by dt. Phi cos pi by 4. So when you differentiate cos, you get minus sign. Now when you differentiate 2 pi t, you get 2 pi. And when you differentiate pi by 4, you get 0. This is a constant. So we get minus 10 pi sine 2 pi t plus pi by 4. Now speed at t is equal to 1.5 seconds. Substituting this t value, minus 10 pi sine 2 pi into 1.5 plus pi by 4. So here minus 10 pi sine 2 pi plus pi plus pi by 4. 2 pi means 0. So sine pi plus pi by 4. Third quadrant, sign is negative. Minus sine pi by 4. Minus 1 by root 2. So we get 10 pi by root 2 meter per second. Now see, acceleration. By differentiating velocity, we get acceleration. So here the velocity expression is ready here. What is that? Minus 10 pi sine 2 pi t plus pi by 4. Now minus 10 pi constant, differentiating sign we get cos, differentiating this we get 2 pi, differentiating t with respect to t we get 1, this is constant, so we have minus 10 to the 20 pi square cos this much. Now substituting the t value, see acceleration at t is equal to 1.5 second, that will be substituting the values minus 20 pi square cos 2 pi into 1.5 plus pi by 4, that is equal to minus 20 pi square into, so this value already we got here, that was how much, see here cos pi plus pi minus cos pi by 4 minus cos pi by 4, so minus 20 pi square into minus 1 by root 2, that is equal to 20 pi square by root 2 meter per second square. Now we want to know force law for simple harmonic motion. Force acting on a particle of mass m in simple harmonic motion. So for that, so far what we were told, as a particle is moving on a circle, its projection point will perform simple harmonic motion on x-axis about the origin. Now force acting on a particle of mass m means whether force acting on this particle or projection point. Here we are concerned about simple harmonic motion, and here this projection point is performing simple harmonic motion. Therefore here the particle of mass m is this projection point, not this one, only this projection point mass. Okay, so see, if we consider an example for the projection point, we can take an example, for example simple pendulum. Let us take simple pendulum. Its bob is moving to and fro. Its bob is moving to and fro, just like the projection point. As here the particle is making rounds and rounds, this projection point is moving to and fro, making simple harmonic motion. Just like that, here simple pendulum, this bob is making simple harmonic motion, moving to and fro, making oscillations like this. Okay, so now force acting on this particle, that means here mass m is mass of the bob. Okay, now according to Newton's second law, force acting on a particle is ma, and here in simple harmonic motion, see here a means acceleration, f means force, m means mass. Of course mass is constant, always mass is constant. What about acceleration? Just now we derived expression for acceleration of a particle performing simple harmonic motion. See here at is equal to a omega square cos omega t plus pi. See, acceleration is a function of time. It changes with time. Here we have drawn a graph also. Acceleration of a particle performing simple harmonic motion is changing with time. Changing with time. Increasing and decreasing. It is changing with time. If acceleration changes with time, automatically force also changes with time. Therefore, here in SHM, A and F change with time. Change with time. Therefore, you can write this equation as f of t is equal to m into a of t. Now, but a is equal to minus omega square x, or a of t is equal to minus omega square x of t. This we have derived previously. See here, we derived expression for acceleration by differentiating the velocity expression, and you got here, say, a is equal to minus omega square x. So this we are using this. It is equal to minus omega square xt. Now substituting this in 1, we get m minus omega square x of t, that is equal to minus m omega square x t. Sir, m is a constant, omega is a constant. Therefore, this becomes a constant. So, let m omega square is equal to k. Then f of t becomes minus k x of t, or f is equal to minus kx. So this is the force law governing simple harmonic motion. This is the force law governing the simple harmonic motion. So force acting on a particle of mass m in simple harmonic motion is this one. See, by looking at the express equation, you can tell f, since this is, if this is taken as proportionality constant, you can write f directly proportional to minus x. So both are vectors. Displacement is a vector, force is a vector. So one thing, force is directly proportional to displacement. Force is directly proportional to displacement. One, that is the very important. Force is directly proportional to displacement. Second one, what about this minus sign? Since these two are vectors, minus sign tells you that, see, these are vectors, and these have not only magnitude but also direction, and the minus sign tells you that they are oppositely directed. If x is towards right hand side, force will be towards left hand side. So f and x are oppositely directed. So these are the characteristics of a simple harmonic motion. So here we have taken an example. In this example we can verify these things. How? See, this is mean position. This is mean position. So it has moved to right hand side. So the displacement is to right hand. If this is displacement x displacement. If the displacement is to right hand side, the force will be to left hand side. Force will be to left hand side. Say, what is this force? This here also can be told as a restoring force. If you move the bob to right hand side and you leave it there, it automatically comes to left hand side. Who is bringing the bob to left hand side? Restoring force. So this is the restoring force. Similarly, if this is displaced to left hand side and you leave it there, automatically it moves to right hand side. That is, the restoring force will be to right hand side. So it is always in opposite direction to the displacement direction. Okay, now here m is a constant, omega is a constant, therefore this was taken as a constant, and that is represented by k, and this k is called as force constant. This is called as a force constant. Now from this, say you can make omega subject. Omega square is equal to k by m, or omega is equal to k by m under root. But what is omega? Angular speed. Angular speed means angular displacement by time. Here in one rotation it is making an angle of 2 pi radians. And to make 2 pi radians, how much time is taken? Time taken to complete one rotation is called as period, and that is denoted by t. So omega is nothing but 2 pi by t. So 2 pi by t is equal to k by m, or t is equal to 2 pi root k by m. See, if you consider a particle executing circular motion, for this particle, capital T is time taken to complete one revolution. And if you consider projection point, for this capital T is time taken to complete one oscillation. Suppose it has started from here. It moves to left extreme position and comes back. So time taken to move to the suppose this is minus a, this is plus a. Time taken from plus a to minus a, and again minus a to plus a. So that time is taken as time period here. Here also simple pendulum. See, it has started from left extreme position. So now here you have started a stop clock. So it is moving to right extreme position and came back. So time taken to come to its original position is called time period, and further this is the expression. So a particle oscillating under force F is equal to minus kx is called linear harmonic oscillator. For this, one example is simple pendulum. Here the bob is moving to and fro, and it is a linear harmonic oscillator. How can you say? When the displacement is to right hand side, the restoring force is to left hand side. Similarly, here if you consider spring mass system, here also when the mass is moved to right hand side, it has got some displacement x, and when you move the mass here, it will move to left hand side because of the restoring force. See, displacement is to right hand side, immediately restoring force developed is to left hand side. So in this way, this is also a linear harmonic oscillator. See, if the force equation contains only x term, then the oscillator is called linear harmonic oscillator. Simple pendulum, is a linear harmonic oscillator. Mass spring system is a linear harmonic oscillator. If the force expression contains not only x but also x square and x cube terms, then the oscillator which obeys this equation is called non-linear oscillator. So we have derived force law for simple harmonic motion, and that is F is equal to minus kx. It means F directly proportional to minus x. It means force is directly proportional to displacement and they are oppositely directed. And we have considered simple pendulum example. Here when displacement was to right hand side, force was to left hand side. When the displacement was to left hand side, force was to right hand side, in opposite direction to the displacement. Now if you consider the force direction, see here and here the force direction is towards mean position. So in simple harmonic motion, force is always towards mean position. F is always towards mean position. That's why this force is called restoring force. This force is called restoring force. So these are the important characteristics of simple harmonic motion. Now let us do a problem. That is 8.6. Here two springs are having same spring constant and now it is at rest. Now when it is moved to right hand side, the right side spring is compressed and the left side spring is stretched. Now let us concentrate on the stretched string. See here, you have taken a spring and you have attached a mass to this. Now you pull the spring down. And leave it there. What happens? Inside the spring, a restoring force is developed and that force moves the mass upward. See, this is the mean position. So the restoring force inside the spring takes the mass upward. It means here we displaced the mass downward from here to here. Applying some force, you displaced the mass downward and left it there. Then the restoring force in the spring has applied force on this mass and taken upward. So this is the restoring force. If displacement is downward, restoring force is upward. Force developed in the spring is upward. See here also the same thing. The spring is stretched. Therefore, a restoring force always opposes this restoring force opposes stretching as well as compression. It opposes both it. So here the spring is stretched. So the restoring force inside the spring opposes that. Therefore, a force is developed in this direction because displacement is to right. Therefore, the restoring force will be to left. Now consider this spring. See, you have compressed the spring by some amount of displacement. See, you compressed the spring through x distance. So then inside the spring, a restoring force is developed and the restoring force opposes the compression. opposes the compression. Therefore, the spring in this state pushes the mass to this side. So here displacement is to right hand side and restoring force is to left hand side. So like this, see, in this F1 is in to left towards left hand side, and here here also the force is to left hand side. Both forces are in the same direction. Therefore, the total force on the mass is F1 plus F2, because these two forces are in the same direction. Here F1 is in opposite direction to x. Therefore, for this we write minus kx. And F2. F2 is also in opposite direction to x. Therefore, minus kx. So we get minus 2kx. So F is equal to minus 2kx. So in this problem, what is asked? Let us see. Show that when the mass is displaced from its equilibrium position on either side, it executes a simple harmonic motion. So we have to show that it executes a simple harmonic motion. This is one point. And second point is find the period of oscillation. So these two things are asked. First we have to show that it executes a simple harmonic motion. See here F is equal to minus 2k. So this is a constant. So taking this as proportionality constant, you can write F directly proportional to minus x. It means what? Force is directly proportional to displacement. Force and displacements are oppositely directed. So F directly proportional to minus x tells you that this mass is executing SHM. When F is directly proportional to minus x, this itself tells you that the mass is executing simple harmonic motion. So one is over. And second one, we have to find time period. Time period of oscillation. T is equal to 2 pi root mass by constant. Here mass of the bob is m and constant of proportionality is 2k. Derive equation for kinetic energy and potential energy of simple harmonic oscillator and show that total energy of a simple harmonic oscillator is constant at any time on its path. So first we have to find expressions for kinetic energy and potential energy of a simple harmonic oscillator. Displacement of a particle in simple harmonic motion is given by x is equal to a cos omega t plus pi. And by differentiating this expression, we get velocity. We get expression for velocity. Now first we want, suppose, potential energy. This is represented by U, and u as a function of x is 1 by 2 kx square. So how this expression came, we will consider this as a separate topic. Now we will take this granted. Potential energy, for the potential energy the expression is 1 by 2 kx square. And here this is equation 1, this is equation 2, so this is equation 3. In place of x, if we substitute this value, we have see, when you say u is equal to 1 by 2 x square, this is a function of x, therefore we wrote x here. Now substituting the x value, now this expression has become a function of time because all the remaining quantities are constants. So now we have to write this as ut, because this is also a function expression for potential energy, but this is in terms of time, and here the potential energy is in terms of x. Now let us go for the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy means half m v square. So in place of v, if we substitute, suppose this is fourth equation, and here we have derived an expression for velocity previously, and there we got v of t is v is equal to minus omega under root a square minus x square. So if we substitute this value here, we get see, this is expression for kinetic energy, and this kinetic energy has as a variable x. So here kinetic energy is a function of x, therefore let us write here x. So this is 4a. Now here in place of velocity, instead of substituting this, you can substitute this expression also. So substituting, see this expression 2 in 4, we get half m, here what is this, minus a omega cos omega t plus pi whole square. Here we get half m omega square a square cos square omega t plus pi. See now, in this expression for kinetic energy, this kinetic energy is now a function of time. So here we have to write T, and so this is 4b. So this expression for kinetic energy is in terms of x. Now what we did, in place of v, if we substitute this value, we get another expression, and this time kinetic energy is a function of time. Therefore I wrote T here. Now for potential energy you are having two expressions, and for kinetic energy also you are having two expressions. Now let us find total energy. For total energy also we get two expressions, one in terms of x and another in terms of time. Now let us find total energy. Now let us find total energy in terms of x. So total energy in terms of x is equal to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Potential energy in terms of x is 1 by 2 kx square, and kinetic energy in terms of x is here half m omega square a square minus x square, that is equal to 1 by 2. So here we have substituted the values and expanded. Here in place of m omega square we write k, so we got this 1 by 2 kx square minus 1 by 2 kx square cancel. So the total energy is 1 by 2 ka square. K is a constant, A is a constant. So this is a constant. That is total energy is a constant. So now we have proved